Spotify, you fucking asshole. That's it. Oh, you motherfucker. God damn it. Excuse my language, kids. Even though no kids are watching. And... oh, motherfucker, I gotta download the goddamn thumbnail. And I am good. Boom.
Alright. Seeing the thumbnail on my podcast, or on my laptop, so I think we should be good.
Yeah, I got the thumbnail. I see it.
Alright, cool. We'll chat, get a match, and we are good to go. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for stopping by. Bro, what'd you think about Smackdown tonight?
Well, I barely paid attention, first of all, because I barely couldn't, because this show was so just boring and bad. I think it sucked, bro. It sucked. What the hell happened tonight? What started the show again?
Honestly, I fell asleep. I woke up and it was 7:08, so I missed. I think it was the Miz thing where like he ripped his clothes off or something. That's kind of what I gathered up.
I think. Oh yeah, because I think I missed like the first 10 minutes too. So I don't remember what happened first, but at one point, fucking Miz is suing what's his name, Otis, for the briefcase, and if he doesn't, he's taking him to court for reasons. Um, the Alexa thing happened. They kind of just did the same thing they did last week there. Um, what else happened? That
I'll
Miz
tell you
thing
what. I'll
happened.
tell you one
Hmm.
good thing that happened. Even though I thought, okay, so there's a negative to it per WWE, but uh, Big E came back, and I
Yeah.
like this side of him. However, I thought them bringing him back in that segment and then like kind of just making nothing of it. It was
Yeah.
just like
Oh,
okay,
like,
but
bruh.
I mean, nothing in WWE is gonna be perfect. We should be used to this by now. So
Exactly.
I mean that kind of sucked, but hey, at least Big E came back and he's not playing around anymore. So
Yeah, he's not
which
gyrating.
which is nice. Bit of a change for him because he severely needed it, if anybody.
Oh yeah.
So all right, let's get these
Whatever.
matches going and pull up my notes, and we're good to go.
Boom. Yeah, SmackDown was not it tonight. Got Jey Uso looking like a happy ass idiot.
Telling you guys, man, Roman Reigns, I just not feeling the guy as a wrestler. As a person, he seems like a cool ass dude, but
Hmm.
it's just something about him as a wrestler, man. I was just Jesus.
Not it whatsoever. He's just not good. It's just
Yeah, that's what I can muster up. I just not seeing it in him, man. I not seeing it in the heel run. I'm just not seeing it. But
yeah.
yeah. So um, yes. On to the news. We have a shit ton of stories. Hey, did you hear about that story with Chris Jericho and Miro?
No. What happened?
So take a guess. Take a guess on who wrote Miro's brass ring promo.
Oh, Jericho?
Yeah, it was
Oh
fucking
shit!
Jericho. He wrote it,
Wow.
and so it's kind of funny. The story goes, when they were writing it, I guess Miro he must have asked, Jericho for some help, like on what to say and stuff,
Hmm.
and Jericho was writing out the promo, and he mentioned the whole thing about shoving the brass rings up your ass and the glass ceiling, and Miro, I guess, had asked him like, we could say that here. So I thought that was
Oh
pretty funny, and
man,
Jericho obviously said, "Yeah, you could say whatever you want." So
that's
there you go,
amazing.
man. But without further ado, man, we have a story that is the first of its kind. But we have the story of a disgruntled AEW superstar gone to WWE. Man, I mean, you could kind of tell he was a little upset in AEW, but none other than Shug D, aka Pineapple Pete. We all know Pineapple Pete because Jericho Jericho used to make fun of him. And I remember, from what I can remember, he was very upset because he worked his whole life under the name Shug D, and now everybody calls him by this pretty much comedy name, Pineapple Pete. So this guy, Pineapple Pete Shug D, appeared at one of the I think it was one of the NXT tapings in the
Oh,
crowd as a stand-in. So it looks like Pineapple Pete is officially with WWE, or they could have him under the Wade Barrett effect and kind of just trying him out. But yeah, he is one of one of many, one of many to come in the future. Disgruntled AEW people gone to WWE. So there's the first one, man. I
bruh.
mean, A, it's Pineapple Pizza. Who really cares? But I mean, hey, man, not everybody. You're never gonna have a wrestling company where everybody is a top guy and everybody succeeds. It's gonna happen. But yes, I do remember Shug D being very disgruntled because that they plastered that name on him and he hated it. But yeah, man, so there you go. I mean, not really too much to say on this. I mean, hey, not everybody can succeed in
Yeah.
in a wrestling company. You're gonna have to have lower card guys, and it's gonna happen. But hey, yeah, man. But what do you think about Pineapple Pete joining the WWE uh, sinking ship?
Yeah, of NXT. Damn. I mean, I could see where he's coming from, because they did make him into a joke. I won't lie, but like, I'm not against him at all in this shit. But you gotta have jobbers in your company. It's just how it is. At least make them enjoyable, like a Brandon Cutler, man. But Pineapple Pete's moving. He wants to try something. So I bet NXT is gonna push him hard, just to
Yeah,
get
did you hear
that
what they
ticket.
did to Eddie Kingston?
What they do?
They tried so after he faced Cody, they tried WWE sat him down and wanted him to go be a trainer for NXT,
Wow.
and he was like, "No,
Got their ass, bruh.
yeah,
Yeah, and apparently that promo he cut on that cookie on BT was a WWE dig, because that they make their people for like promo class
yeah."
cut promos on inanimate objects. I did not know that. We had to cut a promo on a cookie. But yeah,
That's why
bro.
everybody was making fun of his ass. How the
I'm
fuck are you
dead.
supposed to get any better at a promo when you're fucking ribbing on this goddamn fucking Home Depot
Man,
cup I got next to me? What the fuck? How are you
seriously.
supposed to get any better?
Just have two people just start roasting each other, bruh. It's not that hard. But yeah, bro. Pineapple Pete's make the ship to AEW, to NXT. I mean, I don't blame him in his situation, but it's just a test of him if he could prove himself in NXT and prove them wrong in AEW. So that's the real test here. But if he doesn't, he doesn't, and if he does, good for him. That's just how it is. People, not everyone's gonna want to go to AEW, and not everyone's want to be in WWE. There's no one company in wrestling. There never should be, and I hope there never is. So that's just how it is, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what they should do for those promo classes, though? I think it would bring some people that suck on the mic through the ringer and like
Hmm.
humble them out to shits. I mean, dude, have somebody really bad on the mic fucking have a promo battle with Adam Cole or fucking
Yeah.
God forbid anybody does a promo class with John Cena,
Just fry little life.
but yeah, bro, I think that would give people pointers. You know what I mean? Or just have
Hmm.
really good promo people kind of teach them, and then just have the two rookies kind of battle it out on the mic. But yeah, I mean, cutting how the fuck is anybody supposed to get better when you're cutting a promo on a fucking bottle of NyQuil? The fuck?
Listen here, you motherfucker.
This is
You're
what I
always
want to
putting
drink
this.
during Raw.
This, you are a metaphor for Raw. I'm not. I am not boring like you. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Jesus, yeah. Moving on here, man. We got some news that came out today, and it is about former WWE superstar and manager and former wife of John Morrison, Melina, yeah. Well, about her. So she is expected for a WWE return in within a week. They tried to get her for the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble, however, they could not because she was contractually obligated with NWA. And, dude, I wonder if they're gonna swerve everybody and have her be the mystery chick.
Oh, that could be a smart plan.
Just thought about that, man. Because everybody thinks it's gonna be Carmella. But what if
Yeah,
they swerve everybody and they're like, nope? Because
that's
I don't know if Melina's blonde. I think I remember her constantly changing her hair, but I don't really remember much from Melina. But, dude, my thoughts on this. Look at what they. Let's see how old Melina is. Let's do a quick Google search. Let's see.
a question too. Was she any good? I have no idea.
I honestly can't remember. I do know that a lot of people don't like her.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
she's 41 years old, right? What the fuck do they think about Mickey James? You think they're gonna give a fuck about Melina as one of these veteran women to combat. Dude, they're doing this to combat AEW. What the fuck do you need more women for? I
Exactly.
mean, Melina's not going to move the needle on AEW television, but Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, what is Melina going to add to your show? Look at what they think about Mickie James. Mickie
Exactly.
James probably still has a lot left in the tank, but they have
Mhm.
limited her role to commentary on main event to now doing God knows what the fuck that finish was on Raw with Asuka. So it's like, come on, how's anybody supposed to be excited for this? I mean, seriously, what is Melina gonna do to make any of our Monday or Friday nights better? God forbid they put somebody like that in NXT.
Oh God.
But
For
yeah,
crying out loud.
if I'm a betting man, I'm saying she's going to SmackDown, and if I'm also a betting man, I'm going to say she does absolutely fucking nothing, and she is going to sit out the rest of her career with Titus and building a great bond with Dana Brooke over makeup and their favorite meals and whatnot, and yeah, they're going to have a great time, man. So Melina for catering, bro. It's coming
Yeah.
soon. So what do you think about this, man?
Um, Melina, I have no idea if she's good or not. I mean, she was in NWA, so I don't know what that means, to be honest. But even if she's good, she's old as hell. No offense to her, no offense, not being a dick. She's old. Like, no one wants to see a Goldberg, no one wants to see a Melina. That's just how it is, bro. We don't want all these old ass people taking up spots, bro. Like, I don't mind Mickey James. I mean, they're doing her like shit, but I don't mind her. I liked her little thing in NXT she had with Asuka. This one's, why is Lana and Talia involved? But Melina. And you know what I feel like they're gonna start doing for WWE? I feel like Vince is gonna do, what he did with the men's singles and start hoarding women as hard as he can, because everyone already knows that AEW Women's Division sucks right now, and they need women. So,
That's
what do you
actually
think?
Yeah, that's actually a worse plan if you think about it. Because think about this. For example, they want to start hoarding women. Eventually, we're going to get to a point where Melina is going to be taking spots from uh, uh, pretty much all the women that they don't care about. I think it would be a little overboard to say Melina would take a spot from like a Rhea Ripley or like one of those NXT chicks, but I'll tell you who she's gonna take spots away from. Um, People like Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
people like Nikki Cross, people like who are the Bianca Belair.
Oh
That,
my god.
those are the kind. Probably the freshly called up ones. Probably not because they're gonna kind of have them up there, but sooner or later they'll sink down and they will be irrelevant. And then people like Molino will take spots away from people that are freshly called up. So it's only a matter of time, and it's only a matter of time before these women figure, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If they keep hoarding women, look what happened to the men. There were so many men superstars. Everybody was like, "What the fuck? Like, there's no room for me here. This pond is way too small for all of us." So, um, and then they all started leaving, and then that's what
Mm-hmm.
we see now. And it's gonna eventually hit the women if they keep doing that, or if that is their ultimate plan. So, hey, man. I don't, dude. I don't. I don't even know when some of these women's contracts come up, but they need to come up fucking quick. And
I
can we
know.
please get Kari Sane in AEW? I mean, seriously.
Please. I fucking hope so, man. They need her.
Yeah, seriously, man. What were you saying though?
Yeah, bro, I feel like that's what they're gonna do with the women's division, and it's gonna blow up in their face, bro. It really is. And
Mm-hmm.
I hope it does for them, man, because and women need fuck. People need to start going to AEW in the women's. That's just how it is. Or they just need to get more women, period. It's just how it is, man. But overall, Melina's coming back. Overall, it's probably a negative thing, but truly, who cares? She'll probably bury Asuka, and then, oh wait, no, she might be on SmackDown. God forbid she
God
buries
forbid
fucking.
they fucking bury Asuka again.
God.
Please
God
leave.
forbid they bury Bailey and Sasha. Fuck that. I don't
Yeah.
think they can. But yeah, bro. Lena's coming back. Why? That's just my answer. Why?
Yeah,
That's my
100%.
response.
100%, man. Yeah, she's not going to do anything of note. Literally, none of these women this whole fucking year, if I can remember, have done anything of note other than three: Io, uh, Sasha, and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Who, who else has done something of note? I mean, come on. Rhea Ripley got fucking buried. Charlotte
Fair.
buried everybody. Nia
Mm-hmm.
Jax goddamn near killed Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's gone. Shayna Baszler is in a team with Nia Jax. I mean, who the fuck?
Bro.
Who has done anything of note? Who?
Ooh.
No one. Nobody's done anything of note, man. They do not care about the women's division. I'll say it till I'm blue in the fucking face. They do not care about the women's division, man. They want to spew this narrative that they do, and the more they do that and overproduce and overscript everything these women do, the lamer it's gonna get, and the more and more it feels like not a revolution or an evolution, like they say. Like CM Punk said on WWE Backstage, stop fucking stamping all your hashtags onto everything and then just let the women be the women.
Exactly.
And maybe if you did, oh god, dude, you know who should go to AEW?
Hmm.
Fucking
Who?
AJ.
Bro. That would be
Oh,
heat.
that would be fire, bro. If AJ said before she wants to. I think she said it before. Like she doesn't want that to be her last run in wrestling.
Mm-hmm. So
So I'd like to see AJ, bro,
that
in
would be
the
sick.
AEW Women's Division. That would be kick ass. But well, I mean, hey, WWE could have her, but you know, being who her husband is,
Yep.
I don't think she's in the household to be easily fooled. So
Exactly.
you know, if they stopped fucking stamping stupid hashtags onto everything and just let the women be the women, then maybe we could do something here. But until further notice, they are going to. It's going to turn into the tag team division when they had a lot of tag teams. Remember when they had so much tag teams, but they stuck with like the same two teams on each show?
Yep. That's what they're
Usos,
gonna
New Day, and then on Raw it was the Bar and uh, Ambrose and Rollins or some shit like that. I can't remember it.
It
It
was
was
something like that.
it was the Bar, the Usos, the New Day. They had all these tag teams. They had all these fucking tag teams, and they stuck with the select few that they felt comfortable with. That's what's going to end up happening with the women's division. They like Asuka. We're about to find out who they like more between Sasha and Bailey. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. So, uh, what is it? Yeah, that's that. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's what they're gonna end. That's what's gonna end up happening. It's gonna be a cookie jar thing, and then look what happened to the tag team division. We're gonna be sitting here a year and a half, 2 years from now, saying, "What the fuck happened to all the women?" That's what happened. Cookie jar
Yep.
mindset happened. So, yeah. Next up, man. So, we have a bit of a conspiracy here in the wrestling world. A few days ago, I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago, there was a report that came out that a mystery WWE superstar informed WWE that they were not coming back to the company, and they were, you know, they weren't going to resign. And there was no official word onto who it was that that person was. So a lot of people have been conspiracizing. That's how you say that.
Theorizing.
Yeah, theorizing on who on who this person may be. Man, there is a lot of speculation on who this person could be. One of the first ones, that came to my head, Samoa Joe, because he has been randomly taken off of Raw, and it does not look like they made any mention of him. And a couple days before this report came out, Chris Jericho went on record saying, what a coincidence and what perfect timing, saying that he would love to see the Destroyer in AEW. Bro, if I'm a betting man, I think it's Samoa Joe. But some of these other people that I would really like to see leave as well. One of the other ones was Mustafa Ali. I think his contract is coming up soon, and he is very frustrated. We don't even need to put that on an episode of the news to let you know that Mustafa Ali is frustrated. Just look on his Twitter, and you will find out that Mustafa Ali is incredibly frustrated with WWE. So, yeah, man. But honestly, I think it's Joe, and man, that would be pretty badass if AEW was able to acquire Samoa Joe. Hell, we could fucking see him in AEW with what's his face, AOP before we know it.
Bro.
Man, that would be, bro. Think of a faction with like Joe, AOP, and Jeff Cobb.
Bro.
If Jeff Cobb thinks about passing up on AEW, oh, just think of that fantasy feud, bro, or that fantasy faction, I mean. God, or even eventually the feud, bro. Samoa Joe and Jeff Cobb, bro. Jeff Cobb reminds me a lot of Samoa Joe. He's just freakishly athletic for...
Oh, yeah, a bigger guy.
A bigger guy of his size. And, bro, Jeff Cobb's finisher is one of the most beautifully looking things you will ever fucking see, bro. The Tour of the Islands,
That's amazing.
That's a kick-ass move right there. But, man, yeah, I personally, I think it's Samoa Joe. I hope it's Samoa Joe. For that reason, I hope he's not on Raw next week, because that'll just break my heart. But I'm hoping it's Joe, bro, and I'm hoping we could see him in AEW, man, because that guy's got a lot left in the tank, and WWE has been so fucking stuck in their ways with just not allowing this guy to compete, and they've literally just stuck him behind the commentary booth, and he is very good in commentary, don't get me wrong. Whenever his time is up, I think he should move to the commentary booth, but I don't feel his time is up, and I don't think any of us do either think that Samoa Joe's time is up in the ring. But yeah, dude, I'm thinking it's Samoa Joe, man. What are your thoughts on this mystery guy? Or
This mystery.
what if it's a girl? You never know.
It could be a girl. You never know, bro. I don't know whose women's contract's up, like you said, so I think it's, from the evidence, I think it's most likely Samoa Joe, the way it's looking, but the one we see, like, the one I feel is the most eager to go is Mustafa Ali. He is so frustrated because they constantly put put this man on main event Mustafa Ali. At one point, this man was going to be the WWE champion, and now he's on main events. So that just goes to show how WWE is now, man. But I think the evidence is looking like Samoa Joe. It's also, I said the second biggest is Mustafa, and Jeff's out of the picture for that question, actually. So it's definitely not Jeff, because he just resigned for no more words. Fucking Mark. It could be a woman. I don't think it's a tag team, because I think they would have said like tag team is refusing to resign or something. So I'm very doubting it's a tag team, and AEW does not need any more tag teams. So, who it is most likely? Samoa Joe. Who do I kind of want it to be the most? Mustafa. And who could be a third option for that mystery person? Didn't AJ just resign, if I'm not mistaken?
Think so.
Like yeah. So definitely not AJ. Trying to think of some people who's in the Sammy. He could be one. I could
Ooh, that's
see
true.
Sam. I could see Sammy. I could see Sammy. Um, it could be Sammy. It could be. Who else is in that fucking? There's one. Oh no, it's Sammy, AJ, and Jeff. Yeah. So I'd say the three most likely, to be the one not resigning is Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali, and Sami Zayn. Man, um, yeah. I in my heart, low key, I hope it's Mustafa the most. That's not resigning, but we'll just see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah, bro. Someone's not re-signing. Can't wait to hear it. Who it is, bro.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Whoever it is should have much brighter endeavors in AEW. That's a guarantee for whoever the hell it is, man. But next up, moving on here, we have a interesting story about none other than Mr. Tony Schiavone, man. Tony Schiavone from AEW. Bro, Tony Schiavone came out with a story, man, and it makes me laugh because it's absolutely ridiculous. He was telling a story about how before he signed with AEW, none other than Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon's right hand fucking dick slapper, Bruce Pritchard, called him up and asked him if he wanted a job in WWE. To then Tony Schiavone would respond to him, well, what would I be doing? And Bruce told him, just helping us out, in Gorilla. And Tony came out and said that he obviously turned it down because he knew that Bruce had no idea what the fuck Bruce had no idea what the fuck he was offering him a job to do. And here we are, man. But there's WWE just being absolutely petty and trying to just take from AEW and put Tony Schiavone to work for a job that is non-existent and you don't even know what you're going to do with him. He would have been furloughed anyway, but most likely, well, if he was in that role where they didn't even know what the fuck he was there for in the first place, they probably would have laid him off on Black Friday or Black Wednesday, whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous, man. WWE is so fucking petty. I do not understand the point of doing that. If you are not going to use somebody, do not pay them money to show up there and do nothing just to take away from AEW. You know, if you guys were such the juggernaut you said you were and the unbeatable force of pro wrestling, then why do you gotta do petty shit like this?
Exactly.
Just do your show since it's so good, you know? If you guys think you're that good, or is it that you know you're trash and you don't give a shit? I'm gonna go with the second one there, man. I'm gonna go with the second one. What do you think about this story?
So, wow, that is so obviously. Tony Schiavone knew from the second Bruce started to stumble on his words, he knew the real reason they called him. So they could fucking hold him tight so AEW doesn't get him. Like, it's unbelievably obvious at this point. They're just not even hiding it anymore, and that's just so stupid, bro. Like, stop trying to hog people. It's not gonna make anything you have better, and it probably won't make any of AEW worse, to be honest. So, just don't try to hog people, bro. It's so obvious and so petty, it's so useless, and it's so sad. It really is that instead of doubling down on creative and your shows and making great TV, you go to the little blanks of trying to steal people so AEW doesn't get them. All you have to do is make good TV, and then that's good competition. But nobody wants competition. There is no competition. There might be, like, low key, but there's no competition, bro. Fuck that. Like, is Impact competing with NXT? No. Is Impact competing with anybody? No. Is New Japan competing with NXT? No. Just stop that fucking competing bullshit. Just let the shows be their own shows. Leave them be. You don't need Tony Shivani on WWE TV because they called him and they don't even know what they're gonna do with him if he would have signed. He literally would have sat in the back and just sat there. Probably not even there half the time because they don't need him. They won't have a use for him. They're just trying to be petty and steal like fucking children in kindergarten when that asshole got the Reese's and you wanted the Reese's. So that when the next time it goes around, you take all the damn Reese's. That is Vince McMahon. As an adult with a multi-billion dollar business, acting like a fucking child. Come on, man. Come on. It's just sad. It really is, bro. That shit's just so sad. And it's showing on Vince McMahon's true colors, man, but I'm not surprised that happened at all, but it happened, man. They're not even hiding it at this point, man, so I want to know all the people they attempted this with. I really want to know, but yeah, bro, that's my thoughts on that. That's just so sad and so petty, but mostly it's just sad.
Yeah, 100%, man. You know, if they were fiending for competition so much, why don't you fucking make some, why don't you make some tension between Raw and SmackDown so our fucking Survivor Series every year actually makes sense instead of having these brands be buddy-buddy all year, and then come Survivor Series, it's like, okay, so what? Then all of a sudden, for the 4 weeks of Survivor Series, let's act like we fucking hate each other? Doesn't make any sense. It really makes no sense. But, you know, if they wanted competition so bad, why don't you fucking try to make some competition between Raw and SmackDown? And let NXT be its own thing, like it used to fucking be.
That's what made it fucking good.
Moving on here, man. We got some news on none other than new NXT commentator Wade Barrett, because he has officially signed a full-time contract with the Black and Gold brand to be a commentator on that brand, man. So, I mean, yeah. See, my problem's not with Wade. My problem's not with Wade at all. I think that's awesome for him, and I'm happy for him. And, yeah, man, that's great stuff, man. He's doing his thing. But, man, God, dude, it's just not the same without Morrow. That commentary just, personally, I'll talk more about NXT once we get to the news about TakeOver, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same, and they're making changes to this show, and it just, JD said this, man, it just, like, makes you think sometime, and it generally does, not just because he said it, but it generally would make any of us think, is Bruce writing the show?
Seriously.
And it's, I'm serious about that, like, is Bruce writing this show? Because this shit
What's going on?
seems to make less and less sense every week, man. I mean, bro, you're handing out title matches again like it's fucking Halloween candy. I always say that, but it's true. There's title there. Is there a title match next week? Probably. There was like 2 this week, and it just doesn't make any sense. And I genuinely found myself for this week not even giving a shit to watch the clips on YouTube of NXT.
Oh, I didn't.
I genuinely, I can't tell you, maybe I can tell you one thing that happened from that show. I know Damian Priest retained, I'm guessing, Breezango retained too. But other than that, I honestly can't tell you what the fuck happened on NXT, and I genuinely found myself just not caring to watch NXT, and I genuinely cannot believe it's gotten to this point. Excuse me, but it has, bro. It's gotten to that point, and I don't even know what to say, man. I'm at a loss for words. I never thought we would get to this point with NXT, but it's just making less and less sense, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that with the other NXT news. But what do you think about this, man?
I won't talk too much about this NXT news, but like, Blake Barrett isn't bad at all. With Morrow, he would have been amazing. But the magic is just gone with Morrow, man. No one can fill his shoes.
Replicate
Really,
that
no.
excitement.
Exactly. No one. He was literally NXT's only energy left in these shows, and now he's gone. Like, I do like the NXT commentary team. It genuinely is good, even right now. But it's just lacking that energy. That's just, and that Morrow energy in itself. Like, energy is one thing, but Morrow energy is something in it. It's something else entirely, man. You can't replicate and you can't beat Morrow energy, and that's genuinely, I think that's what NXT needs, because this show feels very lifeless. It really does, man. It feels like the main roster right now, and I hate to say it, but it does. You got title matches every week. You got I'll talk about that what I'm about to say when we talk about Takeover, but they have a gauntlet match on NXT for next week, of course. Gotta start putting gauntlet matches down there. Really, like it's just not the same, man. And it is really not. Cause, bro, see, even still in NXT commercials right now, I see them all the time. It's still Morrow's voice in the commercials. Like, getting losing Morrow is probably the biggest L they could have taken at this fucking point.
Yeah.
Because he was literally the literal voice of NXT, and now he's gone. Hope he's hope he's not gone like from NXT forever. But at this point, would you blame him? Because something was different. Something different is running this show, and with the way other people treated Morrow in the past, if he wants to say fuck this, I can't do this, bro, leave. You, that is no blame to you, man, because I would leave too. Because fuck that. Fuck Root. I would never work under Bruce Pritchard. I would never work under Vince McMahon. Never again, man. But, yeah, bro. Morrow's gone. And that just sucks. And although Wade Barrett is genuinely really good on the commentary, nothing can beat Morrow. And nothing can even replicate it, man. So it's just a sad loss of Morrow. NXT will never be the same at this point. They, even especially with the news later on in the show, there's not a lot of hope in NXT for me personally, and that's just a thing I thought I never should or could say, man. But that's just how it is, bruh. And it's sad. It really is.
Yeah, genuinely, man. It's not gonna feel the same, man. But moving on here, we have some news about WWE and their contract with the Thunderdome, as they would say.
God.
Dude,
Oh
I
my
can
God.
I can so see Vince McMahon telling Michael Cole, emphasize that Thunderdome. Bro, I could so see him telling Michael Cole
Oh
that.
yeah.
And I can only pray for Michael Cole, man, because there's no telling what that guy's thinking in his head when
Oh
he's got to utter
God.
these fucking lines.
Swear, because it's weird to think, but Michael Cole isn't a goon. He's really not.
He's
He's
very good.
genuinely a great mind. He's really good. It's just McMahon in his fucking ear, 24/7 yelling at him. And you said he probably says that exactly. You need to put emphasis in it. I
I
paid
can
how
so
much
see
you know
it. Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I paid millions of this. There's thunder in here. Emphasize it, Cole.
Energy. It's life. It's the Thunderdome.
Cole doing
Like
reversals. Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. Like, bro, they say it literally. They'll just randomly say it in the middle of a match.
In the middle of a match.
Just
Right
get
here
yourself-
live in the WWE Thunderdome. And all the words before and after that, they do not sound like that. Like it comes randomly. Like they'll be talking normal and then they'll just like scream Thunderdome. And it's like, okay, I get it. You're in the Thunderdome. I fucking understand. Well, WWE's contract in the Thunderdome is should be coming up. October 31st is the final day of the Thunderdome, and WWE is looking into exploring options of outdoor venues to run their their Raw tapings and shit, and they are looking for outdoor venues. Can anybody take a guess what that sounds like to me? It sounds like Daly's Place. Yes, and they are doing that to explore the options of putting fans in attendance for these tapings. So, I mean, good on them. I mean, the Thunderdome is pretty fucking lame, considering the fact when you hear all these stories about WWE kind of trying to orchestrate what they put up, you know. Have you ever heard the stories about, like, put thumbs up, let's show our thumbs up? It looks stupid. You can't hear anybody. Yeah. There's piped in. I remember one of the promos genuinely popped me. It genuinely made me laugh because somebody said something and you just hear this piped in crowd noise go, and I was like, are you fucking serious? Who the fuck?
Nobody said that.
One thing that they piped in that sounds a little better is the 1, 2, 3, like how the fans chant that. That I could say I miss that because that's one of those things you don't realize you'll miss until it's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of miss that. It's one of the little parts about the show you miss, the fans chanting 1, 2, 3. But otherwise, I mean, bro, I can turn this fucking sound up right now on this goddamn game, and that is the noise that we get out of the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome fans. It kind of just looks stupid. Everybody's putting thumbs up and thumbs down. You know what I mean? It's like the NBA does the same thing, but at the end of the day, the NBA have fucking good commentators. So there you go, to get you through the game. So fucking yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, good. Try to get fans in, but nice venue shopping there with the Daly's Place. Pretty much, they're probably gonna find some venue fucking right down the street from it. But
God.
yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it as long as we can get actual fucking people in the audience. You know, if WWE takes the right precautions, which who fucking knows at this point. Yeah, I mean, any way to get fucking fans back, and anything's better than this stupid ass piped in.
Like, bro, no one's booing AJ Styles just because he's a heel doesn't mean he needs boo noises.
Seriously, same with Sasha and Bayley. People would have loved that. People did love that.
People would be cheering them both on unbelievably, bro. Come on.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like anything's fucking better than thumbs up and thumbs down and
Conveys no
clap.
emotion.
Put your hands in front of the camera and clap when somebody wins a match. Like, if I'm watching a wrestling show on TV, if I was in the Thunderdome, you'd see me laying in my fucking bed with my with the lights off, the blanket over me, and I'd be knocked the fuck out. That's what you'd see from my goddamn Thunderdome screen, man. But
for me, you just see a controller in my hand, looking at my TV, because I put it on my iPad, just playing whatever game I'm playing. You wouldn't even see me. You see the occasional glance at the iPad if something semi-interesting is happening.
Yeah, can't blame me either. Yeah,
I swear.
can't fucking blame me either, man. But yeah, man. So, yeah, what do you think about WWE exploring new venues?
I mean, I don't blame them because this Thunderdome is not it. It conveys, like, there's no energy in the Thunderdome. The only energy is in fucking Michael Cole having to scream that shit in the middle of a match. That is the only energy it could convey. Because, like, there's just, at this point, just have a NXT fucking crowd and just, or like a NXT, PC crowd, and just pipe in noise at that fucking point. It'll literally be the same results if you do that, bro. There will be no difference.
Wait,
Like, it's
what?
just,
What, what the fuck? What is
hmm,
this story, bro? I just came across this story.
I don't know.
Vince McMahon reportedly forgot about Bianca Belair and Peyton Royce's single pushes.
Oh my,
Vince McMahon a
that
few
is,
weeks ago had talked about singles pushes for Belair, who he then forgot about, and Peyton Royce, leading to the iconic split. But Royce wasn't even on TV this week. What the fuck?
dude,
What?
fucking idiot.
What?
That is the most Vince McMahon thing I could have ever heard. That is so. Oh yeah, I do have them. I was gonna push them. You're right, bro. No wonder we haven't seen fucking either of them. It's not because he doesn't like them. He literally just for. Bro, I think he might have Alzheimer's at this point because
Bro, get
I
this
think he needs
guy.
medicine.
Bro, get this fucking guy out of here, man. Are you kidding me?
God,
How
dude, how do
do
you
you
have this
forget?
man?
What?
What are you, my grandpa? Forgetting he fucking doesn't have a foot anymore? Like, dude, you literally like 3 weeks ago just split up the Iconics and you already forgot about Peyton Royce. I don't even think Billy Kay was on this week at all.
Yeah,
Like,
man, get these women out of here, bro. That's
you
this is
run.
the end of the line for them, man.
You
Jesus Christ. How do
literally
you?
forgot.
But seriously, dude, how the fuck do you forget about Bianca Belair?
How? You're one of the best.
If
You
you're
have.
if you're looking at people that are supposedly the next up in WWE as far as the women go, dude, you have nobody to challenge Asuka. No one to challenge Asuka. Really? I mean, serious. Who the fuck are you gonna throw at Asuka? Exactly. Exactly. Nobody. Nobody, bro. Who is more than talented? A lot of people on the roster actually are. But who is more than talented to beat Asuka for that championship? Bianca fucking Belair, Shayna Baszler, Liv
Shame.
Morgan, Ruby Riott.
Dude,
Dude,
bro.
Mandy. Mandy, bro. Mandy's not even that fucking bad. My
Serious.
God.
They always love Naya. Makes no sense. God. Fucking forgot.
Here's
I
another interesting one. We just got done talking. Actually, give your thoughts on this. What do you think
uh,
about? What do you think about this, man?
dude, how? What is it? A fucking doctor's appointment? It's how do you forget about two employees? Like, and he was probably thinking about pushing these two people. Fucking like what? Probably like 3 weeks ago, and he's just forgot. Dude, that's how you know your roster's too big. That's how you know this man needs to go. God damn, what's this next story? I'm scared at this fucking point to hear this next story.
Well, I mean, this one kind of correlates with NXT. WWE NXT Takeover Special could use the Thunderdome to tape in it. So piped in NXT audiences are upon
God.
us.
Oh my god.
Uh, dude, I'm just gonna say what the fuck because we got a story about NXT, man, and
Hmm.
that's where I want to air some of my grievances. But all I'm gonna say now, what the fuck? What the fuck are you
Serious.
doing with this brand?
Come
Dude,
on, man.
Jesus.
God.
Bro, just what the fuck? No, don't do that, man. I don't even know what to say anymore. What do you think
Yeah.
about this, dude?
Well, we could just lump this in with the other NXT news because it literally correlates. So we could just lump that in with that, man. But
I think that is actually our next story.
oh shit, oh shit. Okay.
Pretty sure. Yes, it is.
All right.
WWE. Actually, before we get onto this one, I guess I'm going to squash this story right quick. We were going to report on a story about Evilise and Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa having to use shoot strikes because Evilise was not selling for her because apparently these two have heat backstage. But this rumor was apparently squashed because I forget who, but somebody asked AEW executives about this story, and nobody had heard about it because, here, I can pull the story up right here. Here it is. Okay. Brian Alvarez said that he's asked multiple people in AEW. Nobody had an idea what this story was all about. They did their match. They went backstage. There was zero issue. Neither of them are under contract with AEW. Are you telling me that they are going into a ring and start shooting, and then the company is going to bring them back for another match next week? So real quick, that was a story we are going to report on, but in case you guys were not informed, those rumors have been put to rest. But anyway, on to this takeover shit, man. Motherfucker. NXT. You told me this because I didn't even watch the show. NXT has decided to announce a NXT takeover for what's the date today? September 18th. Okay. Today is September 18th. NXT has decided to announce a NXT takeover for I don't know, the end of October, early November. How about November 7th to, Conflict Full Gear, right? Pretty sure we all know what we're watching. No. They decide to plan. No, that's not even the right word because there's been zero of that done. They have decided to announce a fucking takeover. What is that? October 4th. What is that? 2 weeks away?
2 weeks.
Oh my god. It's on a Sunday.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, October 4th is a Sunday.
Oh my god.
And it's on a Sunday. Even better. So, 2 weeks out, they decide to announce a NXT takeover. Meanwhile, you mentioned this yesterday, a couple years ago, we knew every single takeover date for the year at like December. So we knew the takeover day for Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, the Summer Show, Brooklyn Show, the SummerSlam Show, and the War Games. Meanwhile, here we are, 2 weeks out, just being informed that there is going to be an NXT Takeover Special on October 4th. And you know what, man? I have things that are more important. I have a family member's birthday that falls on October 4th, so guys, don't be upset if I'm not doing a review.
Exactly.
Because how the fuck are you supposed to let people combat with that? Bro, let me know. Let me know, man. Let me know. So, dude, NXT, bro, they are literally doing a gauntlet match next week, a week and a half away from the takeover, to create a challenger for Finn Balor? What? In what NXT does some shit like that happen? Not my NXT, not Sir K's NXT, not my dog's NXT, not my cat's NXT. Not my fucking friends NXT. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck.
What is this? Not NXT, I'll tell you that. Because I'm telling you right now, with Morrow gone, Dream is dead. Fucking... It seems at this point, most of the people that are champions are former main roster acts. Even though Finn's actually good. Breezango, they have no tag team division. They damn near have no women's division. What the fuck? Adam Cole's about to be called up. Dude.
God.
We're handing out title matches every week.
Oh my god.
What's the problem here? What is the problem here? Unbelievable, man. This NXT is in no way, shape, or form fit to combat AEW. Jericho's making fun of it on his fucking podcast. We're slaughtering him every week. Miro even said in his debut video, we're slaughtering NXT. We're destroying them. And rightfully so, because I have no idea. And if this is Triple H, what the fuck?
Just how you act under pressure, then. Fuck.
You think that?
Shouldn't.
How many times do you hand out? I have to go back to this, man. How many times in the last 10 years have we seen a 60-minute Iron Man match? 0. In the last 10 years. And you give us that. To have that end in a draw? I'm sorry, but if that match happened in 2018, there's no fucking way that there would be a draw at the end of a match that big. And no way would that be on NXT TV either.
No. That's a takeover match in it. Oh my god.
You're handing out takeover matches on NXT for what? To spark a rating and you still lose? I'm telling you, man, bro, this is not our NXT. I don't know what the fuck this is. And honestly, if this is Triple H, Sir K just said it, but if this is how you act under pressure, by God. But honestly, there is no fucking way that Triple H is completely behind this. There's no way. There's no way how you can go from... There's no way how you can go from... the fucking gold mine of professional wrestling, WWE's hidden underground gem, to feeling like another main roster show?
Mm-hmm.
Not my NXT, bro. Not my fucking NXT. And that right there is bullshit. That right there is 100% bullshit. And again, if you think you're doing anything except for killing NXT... I mean, if you're trying to kill NXT, you're knocking your socks off, bro. But if you think that you're combating AEW and how... Not everything AEW does is perfect, but they are hitting a lot of strides right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are hitting a lot of fucking strides. And...
Oh.
Man, by God. And some of these people actually have the urgency to say that a lot of these people have... I hear this a lot, but a lot of these people have the urgency to say that a lot of these people on AEW that are in AEW are not different at all from their WWE personas. I hear it a lot with Brody especially. A lot of people say, oh, he's still in a creepy cult. He still does everything the same. Mox too. No, let me tell you something. Did Mox ever feel that badass in WWE? No. Did Brody Lee... First of all, how the fuck is he at all the same from the Wyatt family? He's in a suit now. He actually talks. He's the leader. So, FTR too... FTR... They have stayed a lot of the same and a lot different.
It's hard to explain it with them.
But at the end of the day, in WWE, when they were the SmackDown champions and the Raw Tag Team champions, did anybody utter, this is the best tag team in the world? Fuck no. Because they were poorly booked. They were in a Usi Hot promo with the Usos. That ain't the best tag team in the world to me. God, I fucking hate people, man. And in AEW, you know, they're not fucking perfect by any means, but they are hitting a lot of strides that NXT is severely missing at this point in time, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is not at all my NXT. What do you think about this, man?
Yeah, bro. NXT. There is a takeover in 2 weeks on a Sunday. That is not NXT, man. So they have a gauntlet match for next week. A gauntlet match. Personally, at this point, I fucking hate gauntlet matches. I can't stand them. Because they run them into the ground, and now they're putting them in NXT, man. And Kushida's starting off. Like, dude, like, who the hell is even gonna face Finn? Who can face Finn? I literally, I have no idea. But, it's NXT's and just on a bad path downhill, man. Like, I love NXT, man. I loved NXT. And there was every reason to, even in 2019. But now, it's become this lackluster, like, in the moment, it's trying to spark a rating. It's just, there's no magic in it anymore. They lost at first the 2 hours was okay. They were generally doing great with 2 hours. Now, that NXT roster is way too small for 2 hours. It really is, bro. So the 2 hours isn't cutting it right now. The atmosphere isn't cutting it. It's not entirely their fault, but if none of this happened, they would have been in Raw arenas, like I said before, and I think the atmosphere would have been gone anyway, man. So no more atmosphere, no more Morrow. That is probably the biggest hit, the biggest L of 2020 goes to NXT losing Morrow. That is just something if I was someone running a company, would never let happen. I would throw the world at Morrow. But they lost Morrow, they lost their atmosphere, they lost half their fucking roster over the year. They lost, what's it called? Long-term booking. Yeah, 2 weeks is very long-term. You lost long-term booking NXT. That was NXT's biggest, that was their biggest plus one, was their long-term booking. They would take the time of a month to write like 8 months of television, have it go through. Sometimes injury would happen, but even half the time they would plan for the long-term booking. It was the taping, bro, and not this bullshit taping, not that old school SmackDown taping, that NXT tapings where they had that little ass crowd that can convey the best atmosphere imaginable. Like sometimes that little ass NXT crowd would be louder. Well, most of the time it would be louder than a main roster pay-per-view with more energy, and that would be like the 4th episode. After like 4 hours of taping, they would still be more energetic than a main roster pay-per-view, man. Come on. And it's all gone. Because they would have been in a Raw Arena, and that atmosphere would have been dead in fucking Cincinnati, Ohio. Like, NXT is not going down a good path. Most of the championships are starting to mean jack shit anymore. There's not even a tag division for those tag belts. The women's belt is doing as best as Io's doing as best as she could without many other women to challenge her or to feud with her. What other belts? The mid card is the best they got in NXT right now. That's the most stacked. They got Damian Priest. They got Bronson Reed. They got Cameron Grimes. Even though I don't think we've seen them since Takeover, still their mid card division is the best thing they got going for them. Come on, man. But, dude, this is not NXT. This is not my NXT. This isn't your NXT. This isn't Triple H's NXT. This isn't NXT. This is Vince McMahon, and it shows. And it shows, man. And I remember in 2018, early 2019, me and you would constantly preach and wonder, damn, I can't ever see Vince McMahon getting a hold of NXT. I can't ever see this going shit to shit. And it's starting to get there, man. And it's happening fast. That's what I'm gonna say, bro. It's happening very fast, and I don't like it, man. I didn't even watch the YouTube clips this week. Why should I? This isn't NXT, man. This shows a lot of things. It's not NXT, man. It's just sad to see it like this, man. But that's the news. There's a takeover in 2 weeks, apparently, man. And I guess they already give up on making special takeover names. They already ran out of ideas.
What are they calling it?
Just NXT Takeover. Literally just NXT Takeover. Like, why are you doing a takeover, man? But
bro, they could have did. If they would have did it, let's see. I'm gonna go to my calendar. If they would have did this show on Saturday, October 31st,
bro,
they could have did NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc, bro. Bro, they are missing. They are missing these names, man. Good God.
God. Yeah, that's the NXT news, man. It's just sad.
100%, man. And you know what, too? The excuse of, oh, well, we need to have more takeovers because we have more time on television. AEW has 5 takeovers a year and still has 2 hours of television, and they do it just fine. Bullshit, man. It's just complete bullshit. Also, there's actually rumored to be another NXT takeover happening in December, so get ready for takeovers every other month, man. January, March, or January, probably April by Mania, June, August, September, or no, August, October, early October, and December. Get ready for it. About 6 takeovers a year, man.
That's disgusting. That's not right.
And they are not spaced out good at all.
2 months is not enough.
100%. Anyway, man, moving on to some AEW news here, man. We got some news that AEW has big plans in place for one Will Hobbs, man. We've seen Will Hobbs on this past episode of Wednesday Night Dynamite with in a kind of debut on Dynamite, I guess. They've been beefing him up on Dark. Apparently he has an undefeated streak on Dark, so they've been beefing him up, making him seem real legit. And they've been saying, you know, what would happen if Will Hobbs went to Dynamite. And now he's on Dynamite, and he's going to be teaming with Jon Moxley and Darby Allin to take on Lance, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks in a 6-man tag. I would have thought maybe Rusev would have fit better in this role. Like, maybe you debut him next week as... I don't know, but, I mean, he is where he is, so happy for him, and I'm interested to see where he goes. But, AEW... yeah, man, I honestly think this is a situation where AEW has decided we're going to throw him in there with the big boys and see how he does. And yeah, I see a lot in Will Hobbs. I definitely see a lot there. Obviously, it's gonna take natural progression to get to that point, but he reminds me a lot of AEW's version of Big E. And yeah, I see a lot in him. I'm interested to see what he could do in the ring. I've never watched Dark, but apparently he's pretty good. I actually only watched Dark to see the Ultimate Showdown between Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon, the greatest tag team on the planet. Um,
Did that match happen yet?
it did. It ended in a
Oh,
double
wow.
countout.
That's fucking amazing.
So
Those
they're both.
fucking losers.
It was so funny too. They weren't even knocked out. Like they were trying to run in the ring and they kept tripping each other. It was
Oh
funny
my
as hell.
god.
But yeah.
Fucking idiots.
So and I also Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon versus QT Marshall and Dustin
Oh
Rhodes with
god.
Allie's cringy ass. Um,
Terrible, guys.
so yeah, man. Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with Will Hobbs and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see till next week. But AEW's got some big plans for him. You could obviously see it. Yeah, and I think it's I think he'll be a good addition, man. That's what AEW's about, man. New faces, new stars, and here we go. Let's
Mhm.
see if we got something in him. And if it's not now, I mean, natural
Take its
progression
course.
will take its course, and he'll probably get there eventually, man. But I wish him the best of luck. What do you think about AEW's plans for Oakland's most violent Will Hobbs?
Hey, good for him, man. Good for him. I haven't seen his matches yet. I am hearing he's really good, so I hope that is true. And they're clearly just gonna run with him, gonna see if he could hang with the big dogs, man. And he's looking good. He looks good, bro. So there's potential in him, man. There's potential if he is as good as people say or saying he is, then he's definitely got a shot to be something in AEW. And I hope he does, man. I hope he is good, and I hope he does do great. So that's just how it is, man. But good for him. You get this company is giving you a shot in the main event picture, man, with their main champion. So it's just a great opportunity for this guy, man. Amazing. Um, good for him, man. Good for him. The match is next week, right? Like coming
Correct.
up. Okay. So
And that
yeah, man.
Dynamite should be late. I think it's going
Oh
to be
yeah.
after the playoffs, which if
Isn't it at midnight?
I have the NBA schedule right here, actually.
Let's hear it.
Yes. Okay. So next week, Game 4 of the NBA playoffs between the Celtics and the Heat will air at 7:30 p.m. And usually that Dynamite might not air until 10, and they're calling it late night Dynamite. But I think it's going to be a 1 hour edition.
Oh really?
I think so. That's what somebody said, but
Okay.
I remember them promoting late night Dynamite. So we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, man. Continue. Sorry. Or were you
Mhm.
done?
Oh yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, bro. Good for Bo Hobbs. They're giving this dude a shot. They're just gonna run with it and see. I think they're also taking this chance because I think that they slowly and occasionally want to still start building up their own guys from scratch, like an MJF.
Right.
So I think
Darby.
that's what they want. Yeah, like a Darby. I think they want to do that with him, and he clearly has he's got potential. I could see in him, man. So good for him, man. Good for him. I hope he nails his shot. And I can't wait to see how he does, man, because there's something in him that they're seeing. I haven't seen it. Well, I mean, they haven't seen his matches. I just haven't seen much of it yet, but they're seeing it, man. So let's hope he could do this, bro. Because, hey, man, you're always welcome. If you're doing great, that's just how it is, bro. And AEW is the company that if he does get over and he's doing great, it's gonna get that big push. So good on him, man. Good for him.
100%. 100%, man. Moving on here. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm just going to get this tournament together. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I guess we could go over this story. It's kind of little. We all kind of know it by now, but I guess we just give our quick thoughts on it. Mandy Rose is officially, we brought it up on Unscripted, but she is officially moved to the Red brand. They have seemingly nipped her notice right in the bud, man. So uh, yeah, it's over just like that. They have moved Mandy Rose to Monday Night Raw. So my thoughts on this, dude. dude, she's in a storyline with Otis. It's like when now, don't get it twisted, because I'm not a fan of James Ellsworth at all, but I could see why he was a little upset that he got released, because they released him in the middle of Carmella's briefcase run.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the whole reason that she won the briefcase. So he always said, like, I mean, granted, he probably wasn't going to add anything to it, but in a situation like Mandy and Otis, I definitely thought she had something to add. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we never knew if she was going to turn on him or uh, turn on him, or if he was going to. We didn't know what's going to happen, and now one of the big parts of that storyline is taken out of it, just like that. And I I don't see the sense in that at all. I think it's ridiculous. I think that was one of your biggest storylines, considering that Otis is still Mr. Money in the Bank, and you seem to just cut it off with no ending. And just like that, it's over. And now Otis is being taken to court to get his Money in the Bank briefcase stripped from him. And that is what they're doing with Otis now. Dude, this guy is in no place to be
Oh
Mr.
no,
Money in the Bank. He's a
no.
tag team guy, bro. He's not. Who honestly can see Otis as a world champion?
Mm. I
Nobody,
mean,
bro. I'm sorry. Otis is great. I love Otis. Otis is awesome, man. But as far as a world champion is concerned, nobody sees him as a world champion. I mean, come on.
no. Just no. I
It,
I don't see Jey Uso as a fucking world champ. It's not because he's bad. It's just not his role. And it's not Otis's role either.
exactly. Especially in the age of dying tag teams, I think he's more
Yeah.
valuable to the tag team roster. And why hasn't Heavy Machinery been tag team champions by now, by the way?
Seriously.
He is more valuable to that roster than he is to any singles division. Come on, man.
Literally.
Let
Come on,
alone
man.
Mr. Money in the fucking Bank. But what did you think about
Literally.
Mandy Rose being moved to the red
Yeah.
brand?
I think they're dropping the storyline with um Otis, and it shows, man, because they barely mention the fact that they're dating, and now they just do this. So they'll probably just say something like the relationship didn't work out, or some shit like they're just clearly got bored of this and want to send her to Raw, do something on her own. They just need a quick way out with the storyline. This is their way, so that's just how it is, bro. But they don't need her on Raw because, I mean, oh, Vince McMahon doesn't remember. You have Bianca, you have Asuka, you have Shayna, and right now, on that fucking brand, with everybody else, those are the only three you need to care about right now, man. Don't make them the only three, but they're the three to care about right now. You don't need anyone, because Mandy is someone to care about on a women's division in WWE, and that's how it is. She's not a bad talent at all. She's good. She's good. So she's not Bayley and Sasha good. She's not Asuka, Shayna, and Bianca good, but she's good, man. So really, she doesn't have a place right now, realistically anywhere in WWE Women's Division. But just give it time, man. Eventually, that Raw Women's Division will hold up, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon, man. So, but knowing them, they'll make it. I just know they're gonna have her beat Asuka, and at that point, who fucking cares? Cause what's next for Asuka after this whole Mickey James and thing? Who is next? Nobody. You could literally nobody. So that's what Mandy's gonna do, man. But it's just a sad, desperate way out for Vince with this whole Otis, Money in the Bank, and Mandy. Because I think they're doing this lawsuit as a way out with Otis, and they're doing the same thing with Mandy as a way out. They're just sad, man. They really are, bro. They fucking burying storylines on a dime, so they just buried this one, man. So that's just how it is. Just what's next at this point?
Yeah, for sure, man. Apparently, Lacey Evans was squirting hand sanitizer into Nikki Cross's eyes on SmackDown. I must have walked
Yeah, I
out of the
saw
room
that.
for that match.
Yep, that happened.
Yikes. Anyway, man, we have another story that has been shot down because of the good boy, the team player, Ricochet. Ricochet, their reports came out a couple days ago that Ricochet was going to be leaving WWE, and he could have possibly been the guy that they told, or that told WWE that he was not going to resign. Apparently not. He ended up shilling and saying that those rumors were all false. So, for me, not too much to say on this. I mean, Ricochet kind of strikes me as one of those guys that is just happy to be there, happy to be on the team. So, there you go, man. But, yeah, I mean, he kind of just strikes me as one of those guys. But, I mean, what can I say? Hopefully he'll leave, but again, he seems like one of those guys that is just like happy that WWE saw enough in him to sign him.
God.
I I don't know, man. This guy feels more unimportant than he ever has, and it's so sad being that at one point he was the hottest free agent and the hottest addition to the NXT roster. And now
Yeah.
we're at this point, man. So what do you think about Ricochet and his excellent shilling skills?
Like, when I first heard that news that Ricochet is the guy that's not resigning, literally my first thought was, no way. I, I was literally shocked by that news, but now I saw his tweets, like, a little bit after that, I was like, yep, that fits what I thought, because Ricochet is a shill. We all know that at this point. He got his opportunity, he got his job. He's never leaving that position unless they would ever release him. So it's just how it is, bro. He clearly not gonna leave. He loves his position, literally referenced by MVP in catering. He loves it. I don't. He's living the dream, guys. He's getting his moment. He's got to be a team player. He can't just leave him behind. And that's just clearly who Ricochet has become. And I mean, who cares at this point? He's already dead. They already killed this man. He means nothing. They dimmed down his matches. He was never really good at promo. Everyone hated his promos in NXT. I didn't. I didn't think they were as bad as people said they were. But now, I don't even know when he talks. He doesn't really ever even talk anymore. So he's just there now, and it's just sad, man. But oh well, man. It, AEW doesn't need him anyway. No one really needs him, so just how it is, bro. It's just gonna be a show, and and I can't wait. Well, I'm not saying I want it to happen. The day it would, the day he would get released, man. He is gonna unshield the fuck out of them. He is gonna flip that switch right back to that old Ricochet, and it's gonna be so hypocritical. But he's a showman. Oh well. No one really getting lost from all this except him, man.
We lost
So,
another one to the shill
yep,
machine.
the shell machine, Ricochet. Put him in that fucking like a heavenly meme that they put every fucking celebrity on. It passes away. Put his ass there at this point because we lost him. We lost his ass, man. But at this point, who cares? It's just, Ricochet. He's dead. It's just how it is. Ricochet's dead. So this is how it is, man.
Yeah. Next up, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. We got this story here, man. Vince McMahon reportedly not. Okay. Vince McMahon is reportedly not a fan. Not a fan of Andrade Cien Almas
Almost.
and Aleister Black on Monday Night Raw. Motherfucker. Okay. Okay. What? Okay, first of all, if you're not a fan of them, why did you call them up, ever? And if you're not a fan of them on Raw, why didn't you put them on SmackDown? Or why don't you Miraculously trade them to SmackDown.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Okay. What, coming from NXT, was not to like about these guys? And
Exactly.
besides, Almas and Black, two of the most talented guys you have employed in all of WWE.
Literally.
And look at your main event division. You have Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Because everybody is caught up with either a dumbass storyline or everybody's caught up with being ruined, or everybody's also caught up with being ruined. Dude, what the fuck is there not to like? What are your plans for Drew McIntyre? What are your plans for Randy Orton? Edge, okay. What are your plans for Edge if he wins the WWE Championship? Bro, Edge versus Almas. What do you mean you're not a fan to them? Build them up. Let them prove to you. I nobody want to see Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre go on another 2 months. No. Build these people up. Maybe if you didn't have Almas mixed up with Angel Garza, then we wouldn't have this problem. Maybe if you didn't stick Aleister Black in a fucking closet and put him in leather trunks and have an eye patch. What's your problem? Bro, you don't like these guys, okay? Why? 'Cause of your own doing? 'Cause of your own doing, you don't like these guys. Well, whose fucking fault is that? Yours. Bro, I don't know what is to not like about these guys. And that U.S. title picture, it's not going to stay with Apollo and Ricochet forever.
Mm-mm.
Or knowing WWE, probably will.
Probably.
And Drew McIntyre? What if he beats Randy Orton? Who's he lined up to face? Not Keith Lee. Tell you that.
No.
They already have no fucking direction for him.
Already. So.
We're gonna push him to the moon. First, we gotta get this singlet on him and change that theme song. Then we'll push him to the moon. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't know what is not to like about these guys. It is your own doing why they have failed on the main roster. And it is up to you to fix it. You're the booker here. Why are you acting like a fan? Book them better. If you're not a fan of them, book them better.
Literally.
It's a problem. You got Andrade probably going to break him up with Selena Vega. What the fuck? No wonder why you're not a fan of him. What are you going to do? Put him with Charlotte?
Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here. Nobody want to see Andrade and Charlotte. Kiss my fucking ass. Andrade and Charlotte.
God, spare me.
What are you going to do with them?
Literally.
Build these guys up. What are you going to do with Almas without Vega? She's the talker. She's a huge part of his act. Maybe if you fucking watch NXT, you would understand that. He can't speak English. That's why she's there.
You literally can't.
What are you gonna do? Put him with a robot and make him fucking look even worse than he's already looked during this main roster run? Why would you even put him with Angel Garza?
Seriously.
To me, that was fucking stupid. And Aleister Black's been a botch since fucking they called him up.
They stuffed him in a fucking closet.
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. You're not a fan of them. You're the booker. You're not a fan. You clearly fell in love with wrestling. Get over it. You're not a booker. You are a booker. I mean, you're not a fan. Book them better. If you don't like them, whose fucking fault is that, Booker? Book them better. Unbelievable. This guy, the fucking brains on this guy. I swear to God. What are your thoughts about this shit, man?
Vince McMahon isn't a fan of Aleister Black and Andrade Cien. Okay, first of all, I wonder why you stuck Black in a fucking hotel room for like 9 months, took him out of the fucking bedroom, and you have him do nothing. You have him be a hero. So, the dark but heroic man, and then for Andrade, you fucking do nothing with him, and then you put him in a tag team with Almas. Why? Most likely, in Vince's mind, they are both of Mexican heritage, so boom, tag team. That is Vince's mindset with tag teams, basically. They're all the same race, put them together. That's Vince McMahon, but dude, it doesn't matter if you're a fan of these people or not. Just book them good. Like, you don't have to love your employees, but if they're doing the job, they're doing great. People love them. Who? How many fucking coaches hate the players on their basketball team?
Yeah.
I could bet so many people do that. But do they tell them to do the good plays? Damn right they do. Not only is that because of their jobs, but it's just called being professional. You're not. This isn't universe mode, Vince. This isn't. I don't care who you like and who you don't. If they get over, push them. If they don't, try to help them. They're hopeless. Oh well. And Vince McMahon is none of that. So it's just sad. It really is. And you wonder why you're not a fan. That's like me on my universe mode in fucking what was that, 2018? Not being a fan of Pac's run as my world champion. I would wonder why I'm not a fan of his run, because you are the one that is booking him, Vince. Vince McMahon, man, this man needs to go. Every week there's news about it, and even just more reasons why this man needs to go. He literally forgot about people on his roster constantly. This is like this thing with Bianca and Peyton Royce. This isn't a new thing. This happens genuinely too often with Vince McMahon. He isn't a fan of his employees. You just know what that means. Like, dude, you should not be running a show if just because you don't like someone, you don't book them. You forget about your employees. Literally forget about your employees. Like, dude, it's just, you wonder why you're not a fan? You shouldn't have to be. It's the fans that decide. And I know it's kind of harder to tell without a crowd, but dude, go on fucking Twitter. That is all you need right now to know who's getting over or not. Come on, man. Come on. But Vince McMahon isn't a fan of Andrade Cien and Aleister Black. Then why'd you turn Black heel at this point? Why are you doing all this with Black if you don't care about him? Just give these guys back to Triple H and NXT, please, at this fucking point. God, and bro, if they split Andrade from Vega, what in the, bro? This is my boyfriend. No, this is my husband, Andrade. He is a king. He will destroy you for that probably mid-card title, because that's all they see of him. Bro, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't even like Charlotte talking for herself, let alone fucking Andrade. And if she's not talking for Andrade, who is? Because he needs someone to talk to for him. He literally, he knows like one word at a time with English. And he doesn't have to know English. He shouldn't have to. But they're probably gonna shame him on that. Eventually we're gonna get news Vince McMahon doesn't like Andrade because he doesn't speak English. Just how it is, bro. That's just Vince McMahon, man. This is literally my reaction to this. It's just, that's Vince. That's just the most Vince McMahon thing I could think of, man. And it's sad. It really is.
Yeah, man. For sure. And as we wrap it up here, and then I will do a longer outro because I completely forgot to fucking do the intro.
I'm dead.
Kevin Owens If you haven't read the thumbnail already, Kevin Owens is frustrated with creative, and who isn't? Kevin
Oh
Owens
man.
is frustrated and unhappy with his position on Raw. My quick thoughts on this, bro, as we wrap things up here. Dude, who the fuck isn't unhappy with the position on Raw? This guy, Kevin Owens, and I was ranting about this on Unscripted a couple weeks ago. I think it was the last episode. This guy is on Raw, and Black too, being beaten up by Dabba-Kato, Mr. Raw Underground, Babatunde, Mr. Raw Underground. What? Hello? Former NXT champion and Universal champion and Intercontinental champion and US champion. Hello? What the hell? You getting buried by Babatunde? Who the fuck is it? Bro, Kevin Owens also reportedly upset of the inconsistent booking. That is one of the notches on this man, and yes, that is Raw. If Raw had any context words, it's inconsistent booking, 100%. Or if Raw had any other alternate definitions, the definition for inconsistent booking would be in there, because every week it's just like they have him on Raw Underground, and then they have him in an actual match with Aleister Black. Like, if you really wanted him to have a shoot fight, why didn't you do it the other way around? And then when they do go to Raw Underground, they're getting buried by Dabba-Kato? Babatunde? What the fuck? He'd have every right to be upset. I think there was a couple weeks he wasn't on they weren't on the show at all. Like, make your fucking mind up. Why is he in this feud anyway? What is it? What does anybody have to gain? Kevin Owens didn't do anything. He didn't puncture fucking Black's eye in the stairs. What is it? Why are they feuding? Why are they feuding? Because of something Kevin didn't do, and Aleister Black is mad at him for it? Does not make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense. And who is to blame Kevin Owens? At one point, he looked like one of the most promising superstars, and now we're at a point where this guy looks like a goddamn idiot. This guy looks like a goddamn idiot, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What do you think about this man?
He's frustrated. Trust me, I am too. Dude. They are, like, KO is the person they are most, Vince McMahon is the most on and off about. Like, it changes like every 4 months. 4 months, he loves KO, he sees the world in KO, and then he just doesn't. Then he's too overweight, he needs to lose the gut. He's just not a fan of him anymore. It's just, dude, come on. KO is one of the best you have. Dude can do it all. And you just have him sit there and you're 50-50. Like, they're literally 50-50 booking with him in his whole, career. They're just 50-50 with him. One week they like him, one week they don't. Makes no sense, man. Yeah, he's frustrated. Who wouldn't be? I mean, who isn't? But who wouldn't be mad? You, in 2016, you and Jericho carried Raw on your back, and you were delegated to the US title. And Vince McMahon didn't even like your match. When it was his fault, it was like that. And the match itself wasn't bad, but it was Vince McMahon's fault, and he blamed you for it. And then, the fuck did he even do in 17, in 2018, and 2019? Really jack shit. He had, I think 2018 was the thing with Bryan. That wasn't bad, but overall he still lost that feud. Like, dude, KO has every right to be upset. He really does, and I feel eventually he's gonna be gone, man, because he was upset at them for how they treated COVID. He had to get them to convince them to even do anything about it. He is constantly 50-50. One week they like him, one week they don't. They discredit his accolades. Like, Like, literally, in the build-up to KO's and Seth's match at Mania this year, they were talking about how, I think like 30, at 30 he didn't even, what were they saying about WrestleMania 30? Or that he never got a Mania win.
Yeah, they were saying he's never had a moment at Mania, and they said 32, you lost. They didn't even mention 33.
Yeah.
Or I think they
Like,
said 33, you didn't have a moment, or something like that.
yeah.
He beat Chris
Like, I
Jericho.
wonder
Of
what.
course he had a fucking moment.
And he should have had a fucking moment, because he should have been in the main event with Jericho for the Universal title. But no, you give it to fucking Oldberg. But dude, KO is frustrated. I don't blame him, and who isn't, bro? They fucked him over. They really did. They constantly fucked this man over. So, I understand that he's pissed, and I want to know if he's gonna leave or not, because if he is, I 100% support it, because, excuse me, he truly has no reason to stay. Why should he stay with this company for how long? Because Vince McMahon doesn't really like him. Um, they treat him like shit. They just are bad in general to him. It's just, could you blame him for wanting to leave? Because I don't, but hey man, he's frustrated, and I don't blame him, because I would be too. But yeah man, I just feel for KO, man, because fuck that situation.
Yeah, man, 100%. And, yeah, man, that is going to do it for all the news. But because I forgot to do it, how are you doing, bro? How are you doing,
I'm
man?
I'm dead. I didn't even realize we forgot that until you
I didn't
mentioned it.
either. I didn't mention until the middle of the show. I was like, I didn't. I was like, I didn't. I was like, I didn't even. I don't think I introed the podcast. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I had an interview today for this car place, and tomorrow they're giving me a trial, like a trial day for 6 hours. So that'll be good, man. From 11 to 5, bro. Washing their shit. My only worry is that I gotta get the people's cars on that conveyor belt. I'm a little worried about that, but I think I got it. But yeah, bro. Can't wait for tomorrow, dude. It's been good, bro. Pre-ordered that PS5. Got this shit tomorrow. Life's good, bro. Life's good. But how about you, bro? How's life? How's today?
My day was all right, man. I just chilled out really, but I am excited to bring you guys the news that from the last time we spoke on Unscripted, when Sir K was hunting for his, after the show, I was able to lock down my PS5. I ended up grabbing the digital version, so now it looks like I'm getting it for Christmas, not my birthday. It comes out the day before my birthday. But I gotta wait till Christmas, and I'm alright, because that means I got one more month with the OG, the PS4. So I'll use it to the best of its ability. But come Christmas, man, I'm gonna be fucking excited, man. But
Oh,
also, big news. Yeah, I guess you guys will be seeing it on Instagram too. I will be having the experience of unboxing the Ultimate Fiend. It went on pre-order today, so me being me, I fucking grabbed it as soon as I seen the post. I grabbed the goddamn Fiend, and we should be seeing the Ultimate Fiend in my collection. I'm also gonna grab that Walter, but at a later date. So yeah, man.
yeah.
So that was my day. So yeah, so without further ado, you guys, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the news, and be sure to look forward to next week, the episode of Unscripted. And also next Friday, I am obligated to celebrate my 2-year anniversary, so we will still be on here, probably just a little later, 10:30 at the latest, I'm thinking. So
Okay. No problem.
not too late, but a little bit later than usual. And yeah, man, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast, coming out and watching. And
Uh-huh.
without further ado, it has been me, Johnny Mayhem.
Mr. K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the podcast, you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week with an episode of Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.